Hey guys, what's up? It's Chad Wesley Smith for JTSstrength.com. This is for my T-Nation article, Building an Explosive Squat. So I talk about 4 key things to building an explosive squat in there. First one is your jumping exercises. Jumps are pretty much the highest rate of force development that you're going to be able to develop outside of sprinting. But I don't suggest that if your main goal is a big squat, you want to do a lot of sprinting. Just too likely to lead to a hamstring injury. So there are 3 jumping variations I discussed in there. First one is weighted box jump. So weighted box jump, you're just going to want to hold dumbbells for it. 15 to 35s depending on your jumping ability. And not much to it. So when you're doing jumps holding weights in your hand, don't try and swing the weights up, because that's going to kind of defeat the purpose. You want to just let your arms relax at your side. All right, make sure that the weight moves with your hips. The next variation that I talk about in the article is just the standard box jump. Pretty common exercise. When you're doing the standard box jump though, a couple things to consider. If you're a bigger athlete, or if you have any kind of joint pain, if you can use a soft topped box, or even just take like Airex pads or a foam pad and stick it on top of the box, that'll be great to lessen the impact on your joints. That in the landing, you're always landing. This goes for anyone, joint pain or not. You want to make sure that you're always landing in a parallel or above squat. So you can see the angle that I'm landing at here. A lot of people, when they're doing box jumps, and you see these guys online jumping on like 60-inch box, and you can probably even find some Juggernaut videos where we got guys guilty of this too, but they're landing in like this kind of position, pulling their knees up to their ears, and it's no longer an exercise of how well they can jump, but rather an exercise of how flexible their hips are. And you don't want to let it turn into that. So make sure soft landing. If you can use a soft surface to land on, even better. And always land in a parallel or above squat. All right, the other jumping variation that we discuss is our depth jumps. Depth jumps are a form of shock training, which was first popularized by East German track athletes back in the 70s and 80s. Extremely powerful training tool. Also very taxing to the body and the central nervous system, so you have to be real strategic when you use it, but you'll see how I have it laid out in the article. So a depth jump is stepping off of one surface, landing on the ground, and as soon as you land, jumping as high as possible. The height of the surface that you drop from is going to vary based on your strength levels. You can see in German and Soviet texts, they'll talk about the qualifications necessary to drop from certain heights, or really to perform shock training at all. But we've had guys drop from up to a meter-high box. Those are like our top NFL combine guys, dudes with 40-inch verticals with great reactive elastic abilities. As you'll see in the article, I give you a guideline of where you want to start off. If you're a heavyweight lifter like myself, 275s or above, or don't have as high relative strength levels, probably want to start on a lower box, maybe 12 inches. A middleweight lifter like a 198 up to a 275, go up to 18 inches, and a lightweight lifter, so 181s or below, you can start with 24 inches, and it's going to be based on the individual from there, but I think that's a good starting point for people. So when you're doing depth jump, you need one box here. So I'm up on like just a 12-inch box right now. When you step off the box, you gotta make sure your feet land at the same time, and your arms are cocked back, you're ready to jump. The less time you can spend on the ground, the greater benefit you're gonna get from this exercise. So we're gonna step off, real short ground contact time, jump as high as you can. Make sure that when you land from that second jump,